All right, guys, we're back staring at my engine bay, and in this video, I'm going to answer the question that has been eating you alive for the past 10 seconds. You're looking at this and wondering, what am I looking at, and where is the old engine bay that I'm used to seeing? And a lot of you have seen my social media posts by now, or at least from the title of this video, you probably know what's going on, but I'm going to pretend that you don't. So some of you saw my previous garage tour video where I talked about the vehicles I had, and I did mention one thing being that I had a project car that was the Volkswagen Jetta I had used for track days and things, but it was time for me to move on, and I was looking into moving into a new platform. And so I was kind of putting it on the back burner for a while just because I was getting spoiled having all my cars in the garage, and I didn't feel like putting stuff outside just to take the Jetta apart. But luckily, I was able to find an opportunity to get into the new platform, and that's basically what you're looking at. So I had this idea that I could basically part out the Jetta and use the money to get another B58. I was looking around for something that was different from what I already had because a lot of you have seen the 440. Yes, it's not gone. No, I'm not replacing it with the new car. I just kind of wanted something else to help support my channel as well as create a new opportunity for tracking the vehicle and just building the car up. So I was looking at something that was different than what I already had. I obviously have a rear-wheel drive manual transmission 4 Series, so at least one, if not two things needed to be different with the new car in order for it to make sense. And so this car is a 3 Series, if you guys can't tell, and the 340i is not necessarily my first pick. I actually wanted a 2 Series because I felt like it would be a little more tossable, but the 3 Series came up. It was a good opportunity, and of course it's really practical, so I can use it for a lot of street driving and things like that without so many sacrifices. The other thing is that this car is rear-wheel drive. That was something that I really wanted because for track days, a lot of you know that rear-wheel drive has good driving dynamics, a lot less restrictions on wheel and tire sizing and things like that. So unfortunately, this won't create an opportunity to create any new content as far as, transmission case stuff and things that I know a lot of you guys have asked. But if we walk over here, we can see that there is one other big difference with this car, and that is the transmission. So yes, the car is an 8-speed automatic. I would have loved to have another manual transmission car, but again, just kind of for the channel and like a growth opportunity, I thought it would be a good choice to get an automatic car. That way I can do things like make videos about XHP and launch control and all the different things that you guys continue to ask me about. Usually I really hate making videos and answering questions about that because all I can do is respond based on my research and what I've heard other people say. But now I can finally provide some real long-term experience with the ZF transmission outside of just driving loaner cars and friends' cars and things like that. Now that's all the good news. We got the car, we got it here. The bad news is it is a Copart car. I have a big issue with it that fortunately you can't tell because the car is a clean title. It doesn't have any body damage, so it wasn't like in a big wreck or anything, which is actually what I was initially looking for. Just because of my budget, I thought I could get like a salvage title 340, fix it up, get it back on the road, and then just continue driving it and not really worry about the value. But this car I actually jumped on pretty quickly because I found it. It was a clean title, but it was listed with mechanical damage. And in the process of me trying to get more information about the car, I actually found out the previous owner follows me on Instagram. And so he saw me post something kind of in reference into it, realized it was his old car that I was talking about, and he was able to give me a lot of history. I can even scroll through our chat and see different times where I was trying to help him fix the car previously. But long story short, it kind of has a persistent misfire and there's some smoke coming out of the back. Now, we all know probably what the worst case could be with that situation, but he had it at the dealership for several weeks. They kept trying different things to try to fix it, and sometimes the issue would go away for a little while, but it always ended up coming back. Today, I'm the idiot that said, hey, I know you had a bunch of seasoned mechanics with a lot of experience taking a look at it, but I'm gonna try my luck, and maybe, hopefully, we can find something that isn't completely catastrophic. Either way, I'm gonna film the whole process on the channel of getting the car back going, and hopefully this will help you guys out, create some good content, and we can get some good experience with this car. And I do know that previously this car had an upgraded turbo and an upgraded fuel pump, but before he brought it back to the dealership to go through all the diagnosis stuff, he returned a lot of it back to stock. So currently it does have a stock turbo on it, and it also has the stock high pressure fuel pump. So for now, I'm definitely going to keep it stock turbo as I get to learn the car, and hopefully that gives me a nice opportunity just to build things up and just kind of show you guys how I plan out a build and how I try to identify opportunities to improve a car. With the 4 Series, I had gone way too far by the time the channel really started picking up speed. So I hope that this kind of helps illustrate what I would do to a car if I was starting with it in a pretty much stock form. So real quick, we'll just do a walk around. So it's a 340i, has the M Sport package and the track handling package. So no fog lights or anything. He does have black grills. It doesn't have any of like the extra drive assistance. So pretty simple. It does have like the heads up display and reverse camera. You can see it has the red interior. So pretty clean and simple build. Something I noticed on the back, you can see the tire that he was running. So somebody was definitely trying to have fun with it, but they were having so much fun they mounted the tires backwards. So that was kind of funny to see. Carbon fiber lip spoiler. It does have a straight pipe as well, so that's gonna have to be fixed at some point. But yeah, pretty simple build, kind of cookie cutter for now. I don't plan on doing anything crazy with it, like on the 4 Series, going super low or anything like that. This is strictly going to be for a performance and handling standpoint, so expect this to be maybe a more modest build, but we've got a lot of stuff that's missing that I need to replace. Even down here, you can see like the intake is pretty much falling off. So I've got some work to do. A bunch of sensors were disconnected and stuff, and I think when it was at Copart, a lot of people were going through it and just taking things from it that they needed. So yeah, I'll be documenting the whole process to get this back to a good running and driving car. And then hopefully we'll get a lot of experience, hopefully some track days, autocross time, all of that stuff to help really enjoy the car and find the right things that we need to do to make it faster and faster. This is just kind of the starting point to show you guys that we got the new car in. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Like I said, fixing it, I'll try to document everything. If you guys are curious about the Copart buying process and all of that stuff, let me know and I can make videos on that as well. And hopefully this is the start of something really good. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.